Hi mga kamams! Welcome back sa channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle Tale. I'm a proud autism mom and a licensed advisor at financial advocate para sa mga Filipino special needs families dito sa Canada. Alam mo ba mga moms, maraming parents ang nadi-deny sa kanilang disability tax credit application kahit totoo naman na may disability ang anak nila. So ngayon mga moms, don't worry. Sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang mga top 5 reasons bakit dinideny ng CRA ang DTC applications at paano ito maayos para masigurado na makukuha ninyo ang benefit na deserve nyo kapag nakakuha kayo ng DTC. So quick recap lang muna mga moms, ang Disability Tax Credit ay isang federal tax credit para sa mga taong may severe and prolonged impairment, physical or mental. Kapag na-approve ka ng DTC, nakakatulong ito to reduce your income tax. Makaka-access ka ng Child Disability Benefit, RDSP or Registered Disability Savings Plan. Pero kahit qualified ka, minsan nadi-deny pa rin dahil sa incomplete information o misunderstanding sa forms. Ngayon mga moms, pag-uulasapan natin yung mga top reasons. Reasons number 1, incomplete or di klaro ang medical form. Ang pinaka-common reason ng denial. Kulang o malabong details sa medical form T2201. CRA needs specific examples kung paano naapektuhan ang disability ng daily life. Example, child has an autism and needs supervision. Dapat mga moms, ilagay nyo na child requires full-time supervision due to lack of awareness of danger and difficulty with communication. Mga tips natin dito mga moms, kailangan kausapin nyo po yung doktor or specialist. Kahit sabihin na kailangan nilang i-describe clearly ang daily limitations, hindi lang yung diagnosis. Reason number 2, disability not considered severe or prolonged. Isa sa mga dahilan ng denial pa mga moms ay hindi nakita ng CRA na severe or prolonged ang condition. CRA definition, so severe, dapat severe siya mga moms, nahihirapan ng basic daily living such as feeding, dressing, or communicating. Prolonged means tumatagal siya ng 12 months or more. Example, kung may developmental delay lang na mild, baka hindi pumasok siya sa severe na category. Pero kapag consistent therapy, ongoing care, at 24/7 supervision, dapat i-highlight ito sa form. Ang tips dito mga moms, dapat niyo pong i-attach yung supporting documents like therapy reports or psychological assessments to prove na long-term need talaga siya. Reason number 3 is missing medical evidence. So dapat mga moms, CRA will not approve kung walang enough na proof. So dapat mag-include po kayo ng mga copies, assessment results, attach reports from OT, speech therapists, or developmental pediatrician. Dapat niyo po rin i-mention any support programs that the child is enrolled in like therapy or school support. So mga moms, the more detailed yung documentation niyo po, mas higher yung chance ng approval. So reason number 4, kung bakit di na-approve is miscommunication between parent and a doctor. So minsan mga moms, hindi lang mali yung form pero hindi nagkaintindihan si parent at si doctor. So CRA bases the decision on how the doctor fills out the T2201 form. So before ka magpasa, basahin mo muna ang form ng maigi. You have to review your form. Make sure na yung examples are clear tsaka detailed siya. Ask your doctor to focus on how the disability affects your child's daily functioning, not just the medical terms lang mga moms. Halimbawa, instead na limited attention, say requires constant redirection for every task para siya klaro mga moms. Reason number 5, lack of updated information. So CRA also denies application if the information looks outdated like reports from years ago. So dapat recent siya mga moms. Tips natin dito, always submit our recent reports within the last 12 to 18 months. Include updates from school or therapies to show current challenges. So for example mga moms, child still requires assistance with toileting and feeding as of 2025. Ano naman ngayon mga moms ang gagawin natin kapag na-deny? Ito isang pinakamasakit na senaryo mga moms. Pero don't worry, kapag na-deny ka moms, hindi ibig sabihin na hindi ka na mag-reapply. But if na-denied ka, don't panic. Ang una mong gawin is read the denial letter carefully. Tingnan kung ano ang reason mga moms. Step 2, if you think you're qualified, file a question for review within 1 year. Step 3, dapat mag-submit ka ng new medical information or more detailed examples. Step 4, you can ask your doctor to reword or clarify the section that caused denial. You can also contact CRA Disability Tax Credit Unit for help. So talagang pwede silang kontakin mga moms. Actually mga moms, many parents get approved after providing additional documents. So never give up mga moms kasi pag once nag-reapply ka at nakompleto mo yung documentation na hiningi nila, eventually ma-approve ka rin. Sa pag-apply ng BTC, minsan mahirap talaga mga moms, pero worth it talaga siya kapag nag-approve ka. Maraming benefits. Lagi nating tandaan, makaka-receive tayo ng tax savings, magkaka-open ka ng RDSP at pagkakaroon ka ng disability benefit, child disability benefit. So dapat po lang, don't hesitate to reapply kung tingin mo qualified ka. So yun lang mga moms, if you find value for this video, please don't forget to like, to share, subscribe para mas marami pang Filipino special need families ang matulungan dito sa Canada. Kasi talagang napaka-importante na magkaroon tayo ng BTC para magkaroon tayo ng access, lalo na sa grants at saka buds na binibigay ng government dito sa Canada. Or may questions po kayo, just comment below. Mag-leave po kayo ng questions para matulungan or ma-assist po namin kayo. And then you can also find my Facebook page, Bisaya Advisor Michelle Tale. See you in my next video mga moms. Have a nice day. Have a good one.